Yo YouTube, Finko CS1977 here, coming to you with a realistic or unrealistic video, depending on where your stance is. Wow. GG to Nicholas Alden. Clan Connection is coming back in a big way. Spoke about this roughly 9 months ago, and like a baby, it's developed and grown, and she's almost here for us to take note of and be part of, and actually lead us into the next phase of competitive Xbox Call of Duty, or COD esports, as we normally say on Twitter, or when we're fighting on Moni. Okay, as you saw, the name of the video, Xbox or nah. That one, people are going to be moaning and not going to like what I'm going to say, but I don't care right now. It's hot. I need a cup. You see I'm sweating. It's not makeup, it's sweat. Anyway, Xbox 360 served you well, served us well. It's grown in the past 12 months. I actually made a video asking the PlayStation guys to come over to Xbox. A lot of them had to eat the corn and came over, and it's pushed up the amount of competition on PlayStation, on Xbox I should say, and that is what it's about, you know. It's about being competitive, and you can be competitive in numbers only. Xbox One or 360, what do I think? Xbox One, I'm cut serious. We need to adopt the Xbox One as soon as possible. We've come to the end of the life cycle of Xbox 360. Microsoft are going to support the 360. They wanted to outsell the amount of units PlayStation 2, so they actually, you know, they want that title. With the Xbox One, people are going to say, yeah, it only comes out in a month. It actually comes out in just over 4 weeks time now. It's Sunday. And we need to realize that the sooner we can get everybody onto it, the better it is for the community. You know, I agree 100% with what Alden says. We shouldn't support the other stuff, you know. We've got to show some tough love now. And we've got to force people to try and come over as soon as possible. It's not about discarding people, but it's about growth. The sooner we can hit the road running, having a full community on Xbox One, the better it will be for us. Marketing wise, LAN wise, it just doesn't make sense for us to look after the Xbox 360. Now they're going to turn around and tell me, but it's only coming out in a month's time. You knew about it since May the 20th last year. That's a fuckload of time. A lot of people are going to say, yeah, but it's expensive, not everybody can afford it, you know. I look around the community and I see a lot of kids who do have this stuff and can have this stuff, and whose parents are, or most parents do have access to these kind of funds. I mean, there are so many different ways to try and get hold of it. I mean, if you've got an Edgar's account, you can go to CNA, pre-order it and get it on your Edgar's account. If you get an allowance, you make a promise to your parents that you're going to pay the installment, or let them tell you, okay, they will give you terms. Don't worry about the account. They'll give you terms that you have to pay them back. Right? That gives you a look into the world of how credit works as well. Like when I bought the house, I didn't have the money to just go out and buy a house. I had to go to the bank. Give them my soul, sign that over. They say thank you very much, and they put up the money for the house, which I bought. Over years I've paid back and paid back and paid back, and it's almost time for the house to be fully paid. It's an achievement, you know, but still it's the same principle of borrowing money and paying it back, you know. And the sooner you learn about that, the sooner you'll be able to cope in the world. Not all credit is good. I will say that. Not all credit is good. However, a bond for your house is essential. Okay, besides that, Irish. His folks don't normally just give him things, and he's traded off his school grades for Xbox One. If you can prove to them they can do that, fantastic. Spyro, another player. You haven't seen him on Xbox because he sold all his stuff for the PS4 because that's what he wanted. He wasn't going to spend money on an Xbox because he wanted to get Xbox One for competitive Call of Duty. So, what does Spyro do? For the PS4, gave up jamming competitive Call of Duty for a year so that he could have an Xbox One. Okay, now if you just block that little goodie out there, that's what most of you just need. The 6,299 one. Actually, Toys R Us have it for 6,000 Rand, which is the best price I've seen so far. So whoever that dude was that was telling me about this, that and the other, please for fuck's sake, show me where you saw it for cheaper than that. Best price and best deal is two different things. I know he jumped into zombie for retweeting my tweets saying bad journalism. I'm not a fucking journalist, you're a fucking idiot. Then for no wait. Done. Okay, so let's get back to it. Xbox One. Like Alden says, he's giving you guys a time limit, not a time limit, but a time frame. As soon as there's 16 teams, Xbox One's the go-to console. For COD Champs, it's going to be on Xbox One. So then you're going to say, yeah, but not everybody qualifies for COD Champs. In the UK, they have the issue where not everybody has Xbox One either. And it's difficult for them because they have to switch every time they want to scrim more than one team. And it becomes annoying. For Advanced Warfare, there's a bigger deal because of the fact that I think it's Half Moon or High Moon Studios. They doing the port for Advanced Warfare. Not even Sledgehammer. That's High Moon or Half Moon. Okay, let's just call them High Moon. Maybe I'm right. Who says the game is going to play exactly the same on the two consoles then? You know, Advanced Warfare is designed for next gen. Advanced Warfare is a competitive title. Sledgehammer is the producer of the said game. Let's play on a console they don't make the game for entirely. Nah, fuck that. I implore you guys, find a way. I mean, it's gonna cost you 6,200 Rand now. Even if you pay it off over 3 years, you're still gonna have it. You know, you will still have the use of your machine. It's more than actually just the machine. I actually just found out last night that I could actually, instead of downloading torrents of movies, I know I shouldn't promote it, but I can actually go onto the Reddit app and stream a torrent and watch a movie on my TV or wherever my Xbox is connected to. So what they've done, they've actually integrated into a full-on media center. So send it to your folks as that if you need to as well, you know, where you'll be gaming on it, but they could also use it as a media center. They will probably use a Plex app for it, I don't know. I use Plex directly on my TV. But there are so many added incentives for getting an Xbox other than just a gaming machine. But enough about that. I don't need to sell you on that. All I need to tell you is that we need everybody to get together on Xbox One. If you're going to look at it as an exclusive club, then tough. Really, it is tough, but you need to look forward, and we can't keep babysitting people, you know. Like Nick said, the PlayStation community let him down eventually. I saw that happening. I've spoken to DGL also about that, you know, the support for the PlayStation side. If you want to play international style, you need to practice international style with the tools and equipment. I mean, we all off the scouts, we all off the Astros. What the fuck you still want to play on Xbox 360 for then? You know, train like the pros, be like the pros, learn like the pros. We may not be pros, but that's an aim. be realistic in your goals. Be realistic in your argument for 360. If anybody can tell me, give me one reason why we should stay on 360 for another year, besides the fact that people are going to say that they don't have money for it. If you knew 18 months ago, 14 months ago, that the Xbox 360 was coming out, in my video last year I actually said it was probably only going to come out now July, which is now past. I was a couple of months late, but even then I already said it's going to come out. Those people that are getting Xbox Ones, a few of them actually are selling the Xbox 360 to get an Xbox One. So by having major tournaments on the 360, they won't be able to compete. They're moving forward, so we need to punish them. No, they should be rewarded actually. So anyway, the moral of the story: Xbox One or nah? Yeah. You guys need to realize that it's the go-to console for COD esports already. Next year January comes and you guys are gonna end up moaning about the support for the current gen, or I should say last gen, because Xbox and the Xbox One and PS4 was already, you know, it's new shit. We are gonna move forward. Clan Connection coming with Pro Points. He's worked long and hard on the Nick has with Franco, and I expect us to embrace it. You know, it's on to 12 minutes for this video now. I'm gonna sign off now. Just with the one message: we're gonna move to Xbox One. We have to move to Xbox One. We have to do it from day one. We have to get everybody over. The PlayStation guys moved over to Xbox. They've been on here for 12 months. They can cut me out now because they spent money on getting Xbox 360s and all this and that, and now I'm telling them to get something else. I'm sorry, but looking realistic and looking towards the future, the sooner we do it to Xbox One, the sooner we get things done for ourselves. Thank you to Xbox ZA or Xbox South Africa for coming in with an awesome price for that other tournament. It's also a good incentive for guys, for those guys who never took the GL seriously. Tough cookies, you know. My guys, they also didn't take it seriously, or some of them didn't take it seriously. I did always mention that there's gonna be something big. I didn't know. It was just something that I knew that these guys could pull off. And yeah, GG to DGL. I'd like to chat to them in the future, but going forward about some ideas that might work, that didn't really work for us this year. If Robert, Brendan and Josh are open to it, I'd love to discuss things on them. To have them on Skype and that. But anyway guys, this is Vinker CS1977 saying, get an Xbox One, you bum. Don't come with it. Nah, that's bullshit. If you want to play competitive Call of Duty, you know what you need to do. But anyway, I'm getting the fuck out of here now. Love you, bye.